Hey everyone, welcome to Movie Watch. I'm your watcher Steve, and today I will be giving you my review of The Hunt, a 2020 movie directed by Craig Zobel. Please bear in mind that I will be giving a brief overview of what happens in the film, so there will be some general spoilers ahead. But with that being said, let's begin. The Hunt centers around a group of individuals who find themselves gagged in the middle of nowhere with a wooden crate in the middle of an open field. The movie begins to follow a young girl, who we as the audience are led to believe will be the protagonist of the film, but as it turns out, she is almost immediately shot and killed. This happens a couple times more where we follow certain characters until eventually we land on Snowball, the actual protagonist of the piece. Snowball doesn't seem to talk too much and she is rather blunt, but she's quite smart. When we first see her, while everyone else is confused and frightened, she's able to find North with a needle and a leaf. She manages to unlock her gag without a key, and she works out that two gas station employees are actually hunters very quickly. Something that is also very helpful for Snowball in this situation is that she's military trained, as we find out that she fought in Afghanistan. Throughout the movie, Snowball and a few others are hunted by the rich and powerful until it gets to the point where Snowball decides to fight back and kills them all, leaving just the leader of the group. We find out that the whole reason Snowball and her allies are hunted in the first place is because a text message chain was leaked online which detailed a conversation between a few rich individuals joking about hunting deplorables for sport. And when I say rich, I mean billionaires, by the way. Because the leak goes viral, the rich end up losing their jobs and decide to take it out on 12 of the people that spoke poorly about them online. They decide to bring the joke to life and hunt them down for sport. Eventually, the film leads to Snowball tracking down the leader of the group, Athena, at her house, where they converse a little and then fight. It's actually a really good fight too, and very close matched. Eventually though, Snowball does come out on top, but not without first getting a few wounds and battle scars. And the film ends there, with Snowball dressing up in the clothes of Athena, climbing on board their private jet, and eating caviar and drinking a very old expensive wine. There's more to it than that, but I don't want to give away the whole thing for you. I actually really enjoyed this film. It only goes for about an hour and a half, which is pretty quick these days, but it has a great plot, it's intense and brutal, and it's a satire on the American political divide between the left and right, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was done very well. It wasn't in your face like other films. It was subtle enough where you could enjoy the film as the thriller that it was, but not so subtle that you didn't notice the hidden meaning. As I just said, the film's hidden message has to do with the differing political wings of the world, although more specifically America in this case, and how both sides can have players with extreme views. We have the right wing, the conservatives, the ones that are more in the past and, shall we say, stuck in their ways with their views and ideals, who are in this case the hunted. And then we have the left wing, the liberals, the ones that are more woke, the social justice warriors who tend to overreact in their response to the right and take things a little too far, a bit too progressive if you will, the hunters. The example given in the film is that the hunted, who are meant to be perceived as stupid and backward, believed nonsense that they found on the internet about the rich people that are hunting them. And the rich, powerful, who are portrayed as educated and classy, overreact to what the others say about them and end up taking things too far by hunting those who they perceived as having wronged them or disagree with. So the film has both sides of the political system represented, but it also has those of us that are in the middle, the everyday person without a side that is affected by the choices that these parties make. At the end of the film, we discover that Snowball isn't who she was meant to be, that the rich abducted the wrong woman, someone with the same name that lived in the same area, but who had a completely different background. Just an average woman that you would walk by any day on the street. She represents the collateral. She's the everyday person that is affected by this decision that the extreme left and the right make. She is the one that has to suffer and pay the price for literally nothing, just for finding herself in the middle of the mess. In fact, the name Snowball is a direct reference to George Orwell's Animal Farm, which was also a satire on politics. In the books, Snowball was an idealist that wanted to make the world a better place. And that's not the only reference to the book either. In the film, a few of the hunted refer to the hunt that they find themselves in as Manor-gate. This is a reference to when in the book, the pigs renamed the gate of the farm from Manor Farm to Animal Farm. The film is a perfect metaphor for how the governments of the world, those with all the power, who have differing views from each other, make all the decisions that affect the rest of the world. But setting aside that, it's also a great watch. It's a good thriller that keeps you invested. I didn't find myself bored at any point, and in fact I had a laugh or two. It has a lot of action and the performances are well done. If I had one critique though, it would be that I'm not sure if I would have picked Betty Gilpin to play Snowball personally. There was nothing wrong with her performance. I don't know, I just don't think I liked her as much as I did Hilary Swank as Athena. It didn't stop me from enjoying the film though. I think those of you that enjoyed Ready or Not, you will like this. I'd say I preferred Ready or Not, but The Hunt is still definitely worth a watch. You should definitely check it out. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, then maybe check out some of my others. I review both movies and TV shows, and I also do movie and TV show trivia and quizzes, as well as point out Easter eggs that you may have missed in shows like She-Hulk. But anyway, that's it from me this time, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.